Up there is going to be fine near the Gragas. Gragas, of course, did get the W change, but
so it has 14 plays of EMEA top in the top 4 leagues. In top, you see more in solo queue, especially as tech against assassins and these types of champions. But you definitely see it a lot less in pro. And it is interesting because Anivia is going to be calling longer range, Victor's longer range. Obviously, Griffin.
So they just go for a recall and they just kind of eat some of the CS lost that is going to occur.
And you can see both Quad and Gatghost are going to be going for the Rod of Ages rush here. Makes a lot of sense, especially when you're seeing how much burst, how much dive there is over on the other side. You want to
enough to blow any summoner spell.
Oh, here we go. You ask for it, and Griffin's going to deliver. The Grand Starfall coming down to the bot lane. They're looking for Seos. The roots, the stuns. Cryogen almost gets burst down on the other side, but they lose vision of him. I think the Nocturne lost vision on that Paranoia because Seos died right as he popped it. So not only is that first blood for FlyQuest, it is a frustrated Contracts who can't go in for that free kill.
Oh, so close there trying to get the counter, but he who strikes first often reaps the rewards, and FlyQuest, they use it first. They got the setup. Really good CC chain onto Seos. Seos didn't even get to flash. Topside play.
Zinni is here, and that is a nice setup for Fudge. Gatghost, you have to think he is about to die. Zinni is out of mana, but I don't know if you're going to get away, even if you do come back to life here, and Tibbers is burning you down. Zinni claims the reward. Contracts finished all the Krugs before he went over. I think he could have actually got there faster. He would have just had to drop the camp, but here comes Seos looking for the engage. The Pop Blossom across 2. The True Shot Barrage onto Griffin. He's looking for a trade back. He flashes, he goes through the wall as B-Boy comes in, trying to get Cryogen. Cryogen looking like he's going to get chased down. Can't actually get to the Blast Cone and get out. It's going to be Thimblewinter, the same style of build as before. Sometimes people do go into a more aggressive full AP style build, but generally it's AP tanky as Griffin going to get jumped on. This time the Aegis Salt is timed well. Contract splashes in. Here comes the Pop Blossom. The Mikhails is there, as well as the Bardol from Cryogen and the Binding, but they can't get the damage back.
So even though Griffin does have his ultimate, don't think they're going to use it here. You just kind of accept your losses after that previous fight and losing a lot of priority on the mid. Huge right now. On 2-item power spike, he's got full mid lane prior. They're going to get the tower and the setup for the Dragon easily here. He just pushes in. Can't really contest this Ezreal on. He's about to transform to Muramana also. It's like he is really power spiking here. The poke damage from this Ezreal is going to get insane.
Fudge did go Lost Chapter, so he is going full AP. So he is going to go for that more aggressive style. Yesterday we did see the Thimblewinter. Of course, quite a while ago, quite a long time ago at this point, they did take a lot of the base damages out of Gragas. He's going to be able to just magical journey back to safety here as Shopify do start up this Dragon. It was quite delayed on the start, and now Griffin is coming out from base here. Zinni getting poked away on there. Does have to use a Rocket Belt as the Grand Starfall comes in. Griffin can not connect, but he can steal the Dragon. The Pop Blossom coming through does connect onto a couple, and on the far side, it's Gatghost in trouble, but Masu is stepping forward. They've killed off Seos. B-Boy's looking like he's in trouble. Contract's gonna get stunned up. The Tempered Fate connects onto the Ezreal. Can they stun him in the wall? Cryogen gets burst down before he can follow up his own CC, but Gatghost with the Flash Frost across the wall connects onto Fudge. Fudge goes back into the pit. I'm not sure if that's where he wants to be. B-Boy and Zinni, though, standing strong on the side, and Fudge escapes over the backside of that pit. Does have to flash out. FlyQuest, though, walk away with the extra kill and the Dragon. Thanks to
even started. He was clearing a control ward, and then he recalled right where he cleared the control ward.
Fudge going to be in some trouble here. Uses the explosive cast to try to buy some time here. Does sidestep the Deadly Flourish, but he is fully surrounded and taken down. But on the other side is Shopify trying to rush the Baron. Cryogen has eyes on it, though. I don't think they have the damage to finish this off. You have got to peel off immediately. But Masu, got to be careful face checking that. Zinni's going to flash in. Masu gets caught, and Masu gets deleted. Zinni's in trouble on the other side. Quad trying to survive. Contract flashes forward. The Tempered Fate to buy a little bit of time. They got to block the shots from B-Boy, though. Quad does stay up. It's all up to B-Boy, though, as he shifts over the wall, takes down Cryogen. It is going to be a
Zinni got, I forget who was standing next to Masu, but it was a good setup there. So now we're in a world where the gold is very close, and we're just kind of separate.
You give B-Boy space, he is going to do so much with it. He has 6 kills now. As Zinni not quite caught there by Cryogen, but he is going to be trying to catch up to him, looking for the Binding. Can't quite find it. The Deadly Flourish does connect, though, as the Paranoia gets popped, and Fudge on the side is fighting here. They're going to be trying to knock down Gatghost, but he flashes back, and Gatghost is softening up everyone. Griffin's going to flash over the wall. They do find the Ezreal, but the shift is buffered over the wall, and Gatghost is into the egg. Cryogen is trying to peel steal for his top laner here. The Grand Starfall going to be coming out. Masu's going to be looking as well. Contracts battling against Quad. Quad gets feared up. B-Boy shifts in, but it gets bound by Cryogen. Knocked down by Quad, who goes onto the killing spree. Contract's able to sidestep the Deadly Flourish as he escapes from Masu, but they're still chasing, and they're going to be able to get the Dragon off the back of this as well.
Oh, the chaos is not going in Shopify's favor. Contracts, I think you're going to get caught as well. He's scrambling. It's a game of hide and seek, and he doesn't have many places to hide.
This should be an easy kill here for Masu, trying to delay that death timer just a little bit longer, and now it's going to be Baron on the table with the jungler just falling down.
Azael, that play started all the way back to rewind. Sydney just whiffed his timbers. He was trying to hit Cryogen, isolated with it by the Tri-Brush. He whiffed it, and FlyQuest saw it, and they're like, oh, great, we're just going to run him down. And it leads all the way, not just to the Dragon going over to FlyQuest, but also the Baron.
We'll see if they can get there to try to do anything. B-Boy is back up. He's running from base. True Shot Barrage going to come out here. They're going to try to see if there's an angle to do anything here, but Griffin takes it. The Magical Journey is there to try to get out over the wall. Quad will be the lock there. They are excited as we go back to live. The curtain's going to get called here by Masu, softening up B-Boy as they push in with this Baron buff. Now up nearly 5,000 gold. They're on Soul Point with the Baron buff. FlyQuest taking full control off of that failed engage.
And I really like the comms, because this is something that was brought up with this young FlyQuest team a lot. How, especially at the beginning of the year,
Theo's gonna look, Paranoia's pop, Masu flashes away from him, but Contract's into the back line. Cryogen trying to peel for him, they gotta get back and help their AD carry, and they do just that. Griffin goes on a killing spree, as Zeus is gonna be pushed back as well. Gakos is low, but
set up for Dragon Soul for them. They can 4-1 split push. They are gonna go for the pick onto Fudge.
Grand Starfall comes in, everyone is there. Fudge fully surrounded again, getting picked off in that side lane could be costly. The objective bounties have spawned, but they have a couple minions here. Baron buffed up, and FlyQuest going to be able to push down, and you have to think they can take this tier 2 no problem.
Sure, take all the extra money, further fund everything so that they're going to be able to dominate the Dragon Soul fight in just 2 minutes. Plenty of time left on this Baron too. They've got 25 seconds. That's another full wave they can push with. If they want to keep up the pressure here, they're going to try. They still have Victor walking over from mid lane, but good amount of damage here. More money off this turret plate.
Yeah, and Zinni has no flash, so a lot less scary. Masu did use his barrier on a tower shot, so he will be missing that summoner and still has no flash from that mid lane engage. Contracts now has the Paranoia back up and available, has come back from base as the curtains are going to get called. Seos put low here and does have to retreat. B-Boy doing his best to try to clear out these waves. Zinni on the side does find a nice tippers over on a quad, but it doesn't get that much damage done. The Paranoia is going to get popped, and into the backline goes Contract, but that is a one-way trip. Griffin taking up the damage on the other side, and Zinni's going to be the target now. Quad looking for him. Griffin's going to go unstoppable as he finishes him off. Seo's going to look for the Pop Blossom. Goes into the stasis. Gakos on the side stuns up Fudge as they knock down Seos. Fudge is next to fall. It's B-Boy versus the world now. That's a triple kill over and 4 total kills there for FlyQuest. Griffin flashes forward. B-Boy, great shift back. Will keep him alive, but will do nothing to defend the Nexus for now. Low health bars there. B-Boy gonna look with the True Shot Barrage. It's blocked up there with the Aegis Assault by Griffin. Cryogen tries to predict with the binding. Can't find him. The towers have fallen. B-Boy trying to make something happen. Looking for a miracle. Can't quite find it. FlyQuest are gonna get it done here. 20-8, 30 minutes in. They'll take game 1.
My biggest takeaway for them were the comms during that he can build as well, with Titanic and Dusk and Dawn being very effective on him, though Griffin usually goes the really tanky build anyway. And
you have a damage top. You have a damage top laner, so you know, I would be more worried about it. They did do a game, I think.
So I'm going to be able to take this dragon very quickly. Vi is very good at doing even early dragons, no problem with denting blows, and very nice stuff for him.
Soul Lane's did a good job for Shopify, though, this game, you have to say. You know, nice little advantages for both of them. Fudge, you know, in this matchup, generally you are expected to be down a little bit on the Cassante into this Rumble. Of course, Rumble now going Deathfire Touch these days. It is no longer the first strike that we had mostly been seeing, though some Rumbles did go Comet. B-Boy going to be pushed back here as Seos has to use the wave just for disengage As again, FlyQuest pushing forward here, and now Zinni up towards that top side. They are looking for this rumble. Fudge goes all out, but it's a double taunt, and it's first blood there for Griffin. Quad now coming in. The Enchanted Crystalero not going to connect. They're looking for contracts. Flash, charm, kill. Quad gets another, as Griffin will pull back here and be able to survive. FlyQuest respond beautifully to the Shopify play and get a couple of big kills. There's the Encore coming out. Can the Root follow it up? They don't have it just yet. Masu not available to be able to finish that one off. Didn't have the damage.
Griffin was pleading with you, please, Shen game, please. And you said, all right, fine. If you ult during the first Vi ult.
Well, Fudge going to be ulting now, looking for Gakkos. The Rumble Equalizer does come down. The footwork from Fudge trying to stay alive. The Pathmaker going to get sidestepped, though. And Gakkos has a solo, and now comes the Stand United. Here's the bad news, Contracts. You're going to die as well. It's going to be 2 more on the top side here for FlyQuest.
Handshake was right on time, you know. They knew it.
Shake it again.
Man, that Shen ult is up real quick, buddy.
Yeah.
Right back up and available just when you need it.
That glowing moat, nothing you can do about it in the Enchanted Crystalero. Save for bot lane this time. Greed rewarded there by FlyQuest as they're going to chase in for B-Boy, force out that flash. And this is just a
here finish for Masu on the bottom side off of that kill. Very nice.
B-Boy got greedy, didn't actually go home, and Quad punishes him for it. What are these things where at least Gakkos is something that he's standing out on, you know, not dying isolated. He is playing well with the team. But on carries, he has just been a different beast. You know, he's able to just make so much action happen again here on the carry, looking really good for the team. Still undefeated this whole split on carries, and now looking for Zinni. Does overheat. Zinni going to go between worlds, though. Gakkos may have overstepped, but again, in comes the Stand United. Zinni put incredibly low. Contracts there, though, to peel. Zinni has to flash out. Gakkos can't really back up Griffin. But maybe some more FlyQuest members will be able to move up. Griffin winning out on this fight. The Enchanted Crystalero coming through. They pushes him back right into the taunt as he sidestepped one way, gets caught the other. Cryogen going to be looking for him. Zinni going to get spotted over the wall on the recall. They're pushing in, but Zinni will TP back and cover Contracts.
Okay, a lot of resources used on the top side. Still seeing a rotation over. Look at the little hover. I guess they're not actually going to continue the move, and just going to be a disengage for now. Dragons are evened up.
Fudge looking for Quad there. Can't find him with will be able to survive, but Quad will be sent back to base. Has the teleport available, so not too big of a deal.
Shopify. What can we do? I mean, there is a Herald up, so...
Oh, Masu's behind B-Boy. The flanking Ash, the wave going to come out. Maybe bit off a little bit more than they can chew. Masu's going to have to flash. The heal comes out as well. So that's a play going bad for them. And now Contracts is here. He's going to look with the cease and desist. In comes Zinni, the Encore there to try to peel a bit, but both the FlyQuest...
Looking to convert here on the objective, but FlyQuest, they're flanking. Ooh. Quad here from the top.
The Enchanted Crystalero comes out. That goes wide, and Masu is so incredibly low. B-Boy has just been peppering with rockets. Zinni, though, getting caught potentially. Gakkos on the other side, cooking up a lot of members. A good equalizer down onto B-Boy as Gakkos gets pulled across the world here. Quad looking, does get one kill as they're able to knock down the Vi. The Rumble has fallen as well. Zinni trying to retreat on the side. He's battling against Masu. Might have the damage, doesn't quite. Fudge, though, looking for more. The charm going to land onto B-Boy. It gets immediately cleansed, and Quad dies for his sins. The two-man charm there does come through off of the taunt from Griffin, but Griffin has no taunt. He has no way out. You have to think he's going to get knocked down, and Masu doesn't have the health to help him. FlyQuest didn't really have the consistent damage to deal with those frontliners. We're back to live, and they're engaging in onto Cryogen. Contract's going to get stunned up. The wave coming across multiple members as FlyQuest are getting wiped here. It's a double already there for B-Boy. Make it a triple on the Corki as 3 FlyQuest members just get deleted. Quad is hanging around here. He's going to go in over the wall. They're looking with the equalizer as well, trying to take out Sales, but he just flashes out, pops his heal, survives. They get this game just yet, but they are in a way better position. And oh my God.
That is a big one right there. A very big one.
Very big one.
And I have to say, Serpent's Fang versus this team is the best buy. Like, Shen shields are huge. You even have Scrap Shield on the Rumble, and not to mention the lane that you're playing against, the Seraphine here. So very, very good and efficient cheap buy.
Fudge gonna go all out onto Gakkos. Gakkos trying to sidestep as much as can. He does sidestep that 1Q3. Not able to sidestep there though, and the Stand United comes through. Fudge is incredibly low. Griffin's looking. The Crystal Arrow does connect. The taunt comes in, but it doesn't matter because B-Boy has arrived first. The cavalry comes in from Shopify.
Is incredibly rich. He hasn't even spent since the last time we were talking about him. Now on top of that, gets solo tower.
Great spot here. Quad trying to split push and get something back, but Masu and Cryogen have been completely taken out of this game.
All right, the split push continues. Bottom side tower does go down, but you know, same thing's gonna be attempted to answer here on the top side. Gakkos will slip in, and the rest of the team for Shopify are recalling, but Zinni does not care. He's going to try and finish it before Griffin gets here, and even with him on the ward, no problem. So they do answer that tower to go over to the Dragon, so they're going to try and make a topside play instead.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to look for a dive. And B-Boy, one big one with the Mandate and the Nami E was enough, and now Zinni going to be in some trouble. Goes across the Veil here, but he has been burned incredibly well, and I don't think he's going to get out of this. Goes across the Veil, but nowhere to go after that. Tries to go between worlds and get out, but he was already down to 10% HP, so Gakkos is able to claim the solo kill. They take the tower. They do lose their tier 2 in mid lane in trade for that, but it's a nice kill, and they're actually just going to start the Baron here. They're TPing into this. Contract's on the other side of the map trying to do the Dragon, but look at that poke already coming out from B-Boy. They're going to have to turn on to him. He has Cryogen low already. Fudge now has arrived with the teleport. Quad is looking for the flank on the side. It's going to be up to Quad. He goes in. He's going to look for the charm. He flashes forward. He charms the Nami. He's going to try to burst him down. The Stand United comes through, but the bubble was great. They're focusing down Fudge. He's slowly dying. Griffin taunts him, but Contracts has arrived. He's going to the back line. He's looking for Masu. Masu flashes out. Contracts trying to finish him off. Fudge flashes over the wall. Griffin taunts the safety. Gakkos is incredibly low. FlyQuest trying to make it happen. The equalizer comes back up. Fudge is burning, barely survives with the footwork there. Seos getting a heal down on him as well. And now Zinni is back. He finds Quad. Flashes away there from what he thought was a charm, but the charm I think is still available. Goes across the Veil, and it's just the reset after reset. Popping off here in the back line. Takes down multiple members. It's just Griffin now. He is running for it, but he's got nowhere to go. That is going to be all the kills. That is going to be the...
Barely lived, and now it's their Baron to take.
Griffin is back up. He almost has the Stand United. Maybe they could look for a long chase here, but the Baron is up because it has been crazy to see how much damage he is dealing. And I mean, he's got to be high at the top of the tables there. Fudge, they're going to look for him here. They're committing to this Cassante. It's going to take a long time to knock him down. He is charmed up. He is hit again by the Encore, but he's still at half health. And now B-Boy is arriving. Contracts into the back line. They're looking for Masu. Masu has got to run. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow comes out. The Stand United to taunt. Contracts is the one to fall. But it is Zinni looking for Masu. Masu with a great sidestep. Pops the barrier, trying to survive. It's a double kill, though, for B-Boy. It's a triple kill now for B-Boy. It's a quadra kill now for B-Boy. But Fudge knocks him almost 10K in a team fight. That is crazy.
I mean, I even started. I was like, I want to see a penta. All right, FlyQuest though.
That was a cool penta too. That wasn't one of those like last hit auto attack one time pentas.
Yeah, you can't say he's cleaning up.
He did 10,000 damage.
We just saw the damage down there. He's not cleaning up anything.
Brother did 10K in one fight. That is a penta deserved as Quad on a long flank here. The rest of Shopify just trying to zone FlyQuest away. Quad again, gonna look for this hero play here. When can they find it? B-Boy's gonna get tagged here. He does have the cleanse, but he gets charmed up. There's the equalizer, there's the encore. B-Boy barely surviving. They finish him off now. It's gonna be up to Cryogen, to Gakkos, to the rest of the team to try to get something done, but they don't have the damage. They committed everything to kill off B-Boy, and it cost them so much more. The Corki did fall, but they lose 4. They're about to lose 5 as Griffin gonna get chased down and killed. FlyQuest have lost this game. Shopify take it. They finally knocked down the Corki, but it just does not matter. Zinni and the rest of the team, the counter engage was more than good enough, and they're going to be able to walk this one in.
Shopify, count it 1 for the Rebellion.
Nicely done. Shopify going to be able to tie us up here 1-1. An incredible Corki game from B-Boy, even falling behind early, 15-2-5, 31 minutes on the clock. Masu and Cryogen respawn, but it's not going to matter. They just got to focus the Nexus. They do just that. They finish off the game. We're heading to game 3.
Ooh, that
onto it on people. So it's kind of a different playstyle, but I do think it's quite strong on the new patch. So I'm going to be interested to see if he does that or if it's just standard fleet crit.
I think it is also quite strong when you're playing against
in some trouble here. Masu pops the barrier to be able to absorb that headshot that was coming in here. And B-Boy may be having to go back to base, so Masu and Cryogen off of that play. They have bot side Prio, they have Griffin down there taking the Dragon. They're going to be able to get overplayed as well.
Exactly.
There he's moving down. Contracts doesn't know if someone is behind him. Contracts, though, is in the back of the pit now, and he's either going to have to turn and fight or something. There's the flash in. The Spiraling Despair does come out. Contracts blocks that. Seos going in, has the ulti popped early. Quad has no flash. Mob comes to life. It's going to be first blood going to Cryogen as Seos was really deep in there. Zinni did not want to commit, and neither did B-Boy, and now Zinni running for the hills here. Cryogen does have flash as well as the depth charge. He could look to commit onto Zinni. Zinni trying to sidestep, flashes away, and they decide to just back it up as the teleport comes in from Seos.
Honestly, I love that from Quad so much. He's paying you back with the mid prio that he got off of your blue being stolen. After blue is stolen, okay, fine, but I'm pushing the wave in, so Zinni's going to have to go to the tower. The Akali's going to have to get those CS. We have another little fight over the support.
Depth charge going to be used here. Remember, Seos has no ult. Griffin is there as well. Flag, drag, little bit of damage from Quad. Seos does have the heal. The Cataclysm going to have to be committed, but they do get the kill at the end of the day as Zinni was pushing back, and now Cryogen going to land the hook. The root there to follow it up as well as Quad. Procs the passive, won't be enough to kill, but Cryogen getting active here on the Nautilus.
Yeah, really good responses from FlyQuest. After the blue laps for FlyQuest here, circle around.
Masu is pushing bot. They want to get that moving in the right direction. Seos going to pop the ghost. Will be spotted on the side. They could look for Seos. Cryogen going to find him with the hook. Masu and Griffin are hitting him. There's the knockback. Griffin going to get hit into the team, but the Cataclysm comes out. Mom roars to life, and it's hitting across everyone. The Spiraling Despair is out. Contract's in the middle of the whole team. He's going to fall. The Scion will arrive, but it's already a lost team fight, and Masu is just stacking and stacking in this one. They're going to be able to get a couple of kills. 5-0 now. Execution, and Fudge also has no ultimate, is down bot side.
Yeah, meanwhile, Cryogen has just been holding his Nautilus ult. You know, didn't waste it in the exchanges up on the top side, so it's a very threatening ulti, even from the level 7 support
approach. But Cryogen now there with Masu. They have pushed in mid. Griffin going to pop the Cataclysm immediately onto B-Boy here. He jumps into the Herald, using it for a Battle Herald. He's going to try to chase after B-Boy. B-Boy flashed out of the back of the pit, so the Caitlyn's not going to be involved as well. Gatkos is here on the teleport, looking on the side. Zinni threatening the flank on the other side. The Caitlyn is down towards the bot side. Fudge now going to be able to spot Gatkos. Dragon getting low. It's going to be claimed there by Griffin. Seos looks for the engage. Shopify, though, having to back up as Seos flashes back in, but the rest of the team was just leaving. Zinni getting hit by the depth charge. Masu not threatened at all. Seos has just thrown his life away as Gatkos bought some time on the other side. Zinni's going to have to run. The rest of Shopify just backs off as Seos kind of inexplicably just flashed in. Well, it felt like the whole team was leaving.
Yeah, because Contracts charged in and he tried to go for the smite steal. You know, Griffin still got it, but he had to use a lot of his health and the Xin ultimate, so he's not way.
Masu could be in trouble, but look at the fear from Quad, the Spiraling Despair, and that is what Zinni feels as he's going to burn down to the Black Fire Torch and the Death Fire Touch. Quad played that one beautifully to keep Masu alive.
There you go. That's a teammate.
Ooh, nice combo. Interrupting the depth charge there from Cryogen. Pops the exhaust. B-Boy in the area. There's no reinforcements, buddy. Send a letter home to your mom.
Or just across the audience out here. He's holding up a sign, actually. Help me! I mean, we were just about to talk about great peeling from Quad there, standing next to Masu, and
yeah, why didn't you peel for Cryogen? Driving a Herald towards B-Boy, and B-Boy just insta flashes out. As soon as that happened, I feel like you're looking for a 50-50 and then you're leaving, because Caitlyn's never going to be a part of it. But
exactly.
They try to go for more, and FlyQuest now up over 4,000 gold, or just about, as they have 2 dragons to their name here as well. Seos going to get hit by the depth charge. Does pop the Unbreakable Will to buy a little bit of time, but Griffin Masu going to grab a stack for his trouble on the way out as he crosses that 200 mark here.
Yep. Quad split pushing up there. He's got his teleport call. We don't even want to give Dragon Soul point over.
Griffin, flag and drags in there. That was pretty aggressive. Contract's trying to get in on him, but Gatgos putting a lot of damage down onto Contracts, and he's going to pop the Crescent Guard. B-Boy here is firing back. Mom comes over the top, but there is Fudge. The charge is going to be blocked there by Griffin, but the damage is massive, and Zinni is in the backline. The depth charge throws it over onto him. Quad and Masu still alive here. They are pushed back, though. They've killed off Griffin, and I think that means they've earned themselves the Dragon.
That was a huge engage, and Shopify gets so much work done. Wait a second. FlyQuest are sticking around. They're teleporting back in. Here comes Jace. I think the Dragon's probably still gone, though.
This seems so risky. Gatgos is going to get found on the side by Seos, and Zinni has that teleport shield to buy quite a bit of time. Masu working on Fudge on the side as Quad is going to throw down the Spiraling Spear onto Seos. Should be okay with the Unbreakable Will here. But Masu now has obviously passed that 225. He's up to 270 stacks. As Contracts is going to be going in onto Griffin, sends him backwards as Cryogen goes in. Seos going to be able to pop the Unstoppable Onslaught. Quad trying to get over here to the team. Seos has gone too far. He's going to burn down. That's a killing spree for Masu. As Zinni was threatening on the side, spotted by Gatgos. Gatgos is going to go hunting for him. And it just feels like Seos is kind of getting a little bit of an itchy trigger finger. He's jumping in. You don't need to try to overforce it in that spot.
Maybe because they didn't even get the trap combo as Quad walks into a trap.
Ooh, that is a bit of a combo there as the Spiraling Spear comes down on Zinni, and Zinni is spotted. I think he was spotted by the tower. He was too close to it in his shroud. He gets taken down. It's a double for Gatgos. They're going to pile in for more. Flashing forward is Gatgos, and on the side, Griffin is looking for Contracts. Fudge is going to fall. Masu is on a rampage. The Flag and Dragon does not connect, but it does not matter. It's a double for Masu as well as the wheels fall off for Shopify. 12-2 now for FlyQuest. They head for Baron.
Quad is a genius. He walked on that trap on purpose. 5-head genius. Quad walks on the trap, eats the cupcake, and kills. Game breaking, so you're just hoping for the dream miracle defense for Shopify.
And you know it's less and less likely when you have to add in more descriptors there. You know, it's not just the dream defense. It's not the miracle defense. It's the dream miracle defense. That's when you know it's really desperate.
Yeah, it's when you're
if Kobe adds a third one, you're cooked.
You're in your dream, and even in your dream, you're like,
probably
can't
need
do
a
miracle.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You know, hey, in your dream, you might be able to dunk. But in your dream, you probably still can't dunk on Wemby. You know, it's probably not going to happen. Your mind's like, all right, brother, let's relax.
Like, wait a second. I am.
That guy's like 9 feet tall. The math's just not working out here.
All right, teleport in here. Actually, the 4-1 split push is going to be sped up a little with the teleport from topside. They're getting Gatgos here involved early. Everybody going to rotate on over and actually get a hook.
Fudge taking a ton of damage now. Is pretty tanky, but not tanky enough. Masu is dominating, knocks him down. The DPS that FlyQuest has is terrifying. He steps forward and just gets locked up with no flash. Couldn't get into the Cataclysm, and just fish in a barrel there for FlyQuest as now they're pushing in on that bottom side. 4 members strong in mid lane with Griffin pushing in the waves through bot. Zinni barely avoids the dredge line there, but they will have to sacrifice this first inhibitor tower as well as the inhibitor, and we'll see how far FlyQuest wants to go. Their family very happy about this turn of events. SR does not have great wave clear. Cryogen dredge line in, looking for an angle to try to close this game out. Zinni tanks the shock blast, will be able to clear it up.
As payment, Contracts wants to defend here. Can they make a crazy play?
And Griffin doesn't have his flag and drag just yet. He's going to get comboed. Now going to be able to flag and drag. The locket comes in. The Crescent Guard is popped, and Contracts knocks down Griffin, who was
about it.
He's got to be careful. If Cryogen gets a good depth charge, he could pass him. That's scary stuff. FlyQuest.
Dude, if your support ends over you in damage at the end of the game.
Quad will be pretty split. I mean, he's going mid, so maybe they can try to contest, but it looks like they don't think they have a chance, so they're just going to give it.
Too hard to face check into the darkness. There, the pings were like, maybe we can get an objective bounty off this mid turret, but they couldn't even get that.
Depth charge is up and available. It does hit him with the dredge line. Fudge gonna pop the Unstoppable Onslaught just to try to run away. Contracts in trouble, pops The Crescent Guard there trying to stay alive for a little bit of time. Nice knock up there onto Griffin. Seos flashed in on Masu. Masu has to flash out. The Unbreakable Will has been popped. Contract's going back in, but has no Crescent Guard. He's going to burn down. Masu goes godlike. Fudge is burning as well. Zinni gets a massive shutdown on the Geckos. That's 1K. Zinni's into the backline. The Spiraling Spear gets popped, though, and Zinni gets deleted as all the kills go to FlyQuest there. 18-4. They wipe them off the map. It's an ace for FlyQuest.
And they're going to wipe Shopify off the stage with this one. The series will be completed. FlyQuest, congratulations with their families in attendance. They're going to take it.
FlyQuest gonna get the job done here. A dominant game 3. Great performance from the carries. Masu and Quad carrying a lot of the load in this one, looking really strong in the team fights. FlyQuest gonna take down Shopify, move to 3-2.
FlyQuest, all right, climbing up the